Sometimes I forget to empty out the video to put a new one in. So we're right here, where were we? We were doing the belt, and if its butt's a little bit too big, you can always trim that down a little bit, which I might just do. Alright, and that looks good. I also trimmed down his shoes a little bit. You know, athletic shoes are a little bit on the pointy side. They're not rounded like a sneaker. So I thought I'll do it this way, you know, just up, like you see it, come up. I will put, I want to take a look at what they actually wear, and we'll get back to the feet later. But we're doing the sleeves here, so what you want to do is put a stop cut right above the elbow, because sometimes their uniforms are much lower than that, like that. Okay, and I have another little cut on top. I'm going to put two on. And that's just going to be, you know what, let me get my little V tool, and we're going to put a little V tool cut there. You can do it by hand with the knife, or you can use a little V tool like I have, this Dockyard V tool, which should work pretty well. Let's bring it up nice and close so you can see. And we're just going to make a little indentation right there, just like so. We're going to take that right around to the other side where I have it drawn. Alright, okay, just like so. Same thing here. It's just a very light touch. It's not going to be as deep as your one underneath. Okay, it's just a little indentation there. Okay, and same thing over here. These are wonderful little tools. I would say if I had to choose a couple of tools that I would like for you folks to have, your beginners, this is one of them. They're very versatile, and they don't cost a lot of money to put, you know, they don't cost a lot of money to put in there, so, you know. Well, they're not real cheap either. I'm not going to tell you they're super cheap, but, you know, I think for where you're going to be using them for, they're really good for, I'm going to just redefine that a little bit. Let me get a little bit bigger V-tool. You don't want a V-tool that's going to go too close to the surface, alright, with the top portion here, okay? You want to make sure that okay, there you go, that's good. I'll do that over here as well. And I see the back side isn't really deep enough for me, so what I'm going to do, the other thing we need to do is the hair, so let's do some of that right now. The other thing, so much detail you can put on one of these. Well, so that's a shirt, okay? What I'm going to do back here is I'm going to bring this down a little deeper, just a nice little deep V cut, just to bring that out a little bit nicer, like it's tucked behind there. Let's try that again. Sometimes it doesn't always work when I do it. See the difference in the arms? Okay, we're going to do the same thing over here. A little V cut. Flip it over. And bring it down. We're going to just clean it up here and there. Okay. And same thing here. This is going to go underneath the belt. So we want to kind of make sure that does that. Right at that corner. See the difference when you can put a little V cut in a corner? It adds something to your carving. Adds that little added dimension that you want. There we go. I'm just taking this up a little ways from the belt. Okay, that's good. Alright, and then this will go underneath there. That's good. We're not going to do anything but paint that later on. This should have gone up just a tad higher. Let's see if I can just move that up. There we go. Good. Alright, so we have our arms coming out. Let's see what other details we need to put in here. Oh, we need to put a pair of pants in, like the pockets. Put a pocket in here. See what I'm doing? I'm just telling you exactly what I was afraid of doing with these V-tools. See how I have it deeper? So technically I need a bigger V cutter, and that would be this one. And the bigger it gets, the wider it becomes, meaning the deeper this becomes here, the wider the V is. Alright, so you want to kind of remember that when you're doing anything like pockets or anything like that. Okay. Alright, and the next thing we're going to do is there are little pockets in the back. One there. One there. Alright. Just to okay, the other thing we need to do, we need to put a couple of V-cuts in the arms. Let me bring this down to make this match a little bit. That looks good. Again, those corners, you want to make sure you get those. Alright. And we're just going to put a V-cut right there. Alright, and maybe another one out. That's pretty well good the way that is. Nice little deep V-cut. There we go. And this one will have 2 or 3 here. So I'm going to go down, come up. Alright. And I think we'll just put one in there for now. Let's put another one right next to it. A little one. There we go. Just a little one. Want to be very careful you don't slit anything out here. And I'm going to put another little one right there. A teeny tiny one. Alright. Let me see how that looks. That looks pretty good. Alright, so this will come out a little further. Alright. And that. Okay, good. And then we're going to take the V-tool again, and we're going to go right up his leg like this. And follow those lines for the stripes that he has. Okay. 1. Okay, see how that is? Okay, we're going to do the same thing over here. We're just going to have that lightly drawn in there. Alright. Alright, that looks real good, folks. That looks real good. Now, the one thing, let's see here, that's going to show. I don't want that showing. Let me cut this off a little bit, and that's got to go over a little bit. Sorry, folks. See, I don't always do it right the first time. I should, but it doesn't always happen that way. Okay, let's go over further. Alright, like that. Okay. Now, that's a little bit of, let's get that to turn a little bit. There we go. Alrighty. So then the last thing I'll be right back.